Hi, I'm Tom Sandoval, and
I'm Jax Taylor.
We're on Vanderpump Rules, and we are here today with Hollywood Treatment.
Hey guys, so how's your tour been so far?
So far, so good. We're hitting all the cities that, are in this country. I mean, it's been beautiful. We've hit Darwin, Melbourne, Mackay, Sydney, Perth. Yeah, I mean, we're just kind of... Melbourne. Yeah, I did. I said that one. Yeah.
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
We're going by New Jersey, Australia tomorrow.
We're racking up the miles, that's for sure.
Is this your first trip to Australia?
No, this is not my first trip. I've been here before. I used to model here in like 2005, 2006. And my mother's from Adelaide, so I have dual citizenship.
I am an Australian virgin. This is my first time, so.
What's the craziest thing a fan has ever done?
Oh, I mean, is this a PG show? I've had married men just say, hey, listen, my wife gets a hall pass. Is that okay? I mean, I've had people email me. I don't even know how they find my emails, but they email me, listen, my wife wants to meet you. I'm going to let her go. Anything you could think of, it's happened. I mean, women are pretty forward. So it's basically like always like a sexual thing. For me anyway, I don't know. What's yours?
I've had some weird occurrences at the bar, especially, obviously we work at a bar. We have fans that come in there. They know where to find us. They get intoxicated and their filter and just they're sort of, they start crossing the line and they don't even, I don't know. But also I've had issues with tabloids as well. Yeah. Just people wanting to sell stories or try to get famous or whatever. So I've had to deal with that as well.
How are things between you and Kristen?
Myself and Kristen? Oh, I haven't had this question yet. As of today, right now, I keep Kristen at a safe distance. It's probably the safe way for her. I don't like to be personal enemies with her because I'm a little bit scared of her. The girls, I'm scared of all the girls, so I'm going to be real. I'm scared of them all. So we kind of, as much as I despise them, you don't want to piss them off too much. It's very tricky. As much as like these girls, like honestly, they make me cringe, some of them. So, but it's better to keep them at a safe distance and just keep them happy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like just feed the tiger in the cage. You kind of feed them. You don't necessarily get too close, but you don't get too far. So right now, not really speaking.
Okay.
No.
What do you think of Lisa Vanderpump? Is she the same off camera as she is on camera?
I know how people look at her. People look up to her. She's like, the queen. We all look at her differently, obviously, because we're really close with her.
She still does exude that confidence and power in person. I mean, it's incredible, but obviously we get to see the softer side
of her.
Yeah. She can be a bit calculating at times.
Vulnerable.
Yeah. More, it just depends on who it is. Obviously, she has closer relationships with like Jax and Sheena. I sometimes have a tendency to call her out. We butt heads sometimes, but there's a lot of respect there. It's not I feel like her and Kristen, it's a little bit of a different story. They don't really respect each other.
At the end of the day, she does sign our paycheck. She is the producer of our show. She did give us this, so you have to obviously respect her. But we all love her. We just all love her in different ways.
Yeah.
Do you guys think anyone's been fired unfairly?
No, if anybody, I mean, here's the thing about SUR. Like, you can pretty much kill somebody there and still be working there. And I'm perfect example. I mean, the opportunity. I mean, they give you chance after chance after chance, and you'll see. I mean, you'll see what goes on this season. I mean, it really is virtually impossible to get fired from that place once you're in. But you're getting.
Yeah, and also it just depends. The thing about SUR is there's a lot of employees that have been there for a really long time. In LA, a lot of restaurants, they just don't last. Bars, the same thing. They close down. So people don't stay places that long. But it's SUR. I mean, there's people that have been there for 7, 8 years.
Been there for 8, 9, almost
7.
8,
No, 7, 8,
7
7 years.
Yeah, close to like that. But I mean, that's unheard of. For somebody to be at a restaurant for 8 years,
it's crazy.
It's obviously started small and grew. I mean, SUR is really big now.
It started off as a little bistro that was only open during the day and about the size of this, maybe 1.5 size of this room.
And Lisa and Ken kind of came in and partnered with Guillermo and Natalie and grew it up.
Made it really big.
Do
Yeah.
you guys watch any of the other Housewives shows?
In the beginning, when I first started doing reality TV, I did, because I kind of wanted to see how everything works. And plus, I was dating Stassi at the time, and she's obsessed with all of them. So it's one of those things where you live with your girlfriend and you get stuck watching what they watch, you know. So I got sucked into a lot of them. I'm not gonna lie. You know, some of them I like, some of them I don't. I'm more into the HGTV kind of shows. Those are my favorite. But yeah, of course I watched them all. I think they're all crazy, but people love them, and you know, we're close with a lot of them because they all come into SUR. Lisa's friends with all of them on all the shows, so we talk to them all the time. We're very close. Bravo's a very close family. We're friends with a lot of people on all the Bravo shows, so it's a family kind of thing.
I don't really watch the Housewives. I'm really into like science stuff and also the home stuff. I watch like Walking Dead. Yeah, it's hard for me, especially because our show is so real. You know, we're not a show that's casted and then, you know, it's like you're meeting somebody for the first time and then you're best friends with them next week while filming. It's just like our show, you know, we've had such long-term friendships and relationships, you know, that existed way before our show even began. So it's really hard to watch some of these shows where people are bickering, you know, like it'd be like if I was bickering about your shirt, it's blue, and you wore that blue shirt because you know blue's my favorite color, but you wore it just to offend me, so we're not speaking anymore. Like, it's hard for me to watch arguments like that over such petty shit because it's like they can't even think of anything else substantial to argue about. You know what I mean? I get nauseous sometimes, but that's just me. Other people love it. Obviously, that's why they're on TV and they've been doing so well.
So you guys had that massive fight thing about over a year ago. Do you guys laugh about it?
Wait, what?
The
Fight?
the fight thing.
He's kidding.
I'm kidding. We've been asked this question all day. So that's why.
Yeah.
Do you guys laugh about it now? Or?
Yeah.
There's no laughing about
We don't like
that
laugh about it. We don't really talk about it a lot. I mean, we talk about it in interviews.
That's the only time.
But I mean, you know, that fight happened months and months before the show, months before the show came on, and even more months before that episode even aired. And yes, they did keep us separate at SUR. We were not around each other. We weren't speaking, but we would have to take pictures with people when they came to SUR. We would be like together, like we had to like pretend, we had to do press together. We had to sort of like hide the fact that all this stuff had happened. And you know, I think after a while you get over it, you move on. And I feel like too, this season you'll kind of see a little bit more of that. It'll do some explaining as to why, you know, we're sitting here and we're cool, like we're, you know.
Sorry, excuse me. It helps that he is in a better place. He has a great girlfriend. He's not sitting around grieving about it, you know. And we're guys, you know. We're here doing a job. This is our job. If we sit and just yell and be upset about it, it's just, you know, it's wasting time.
What's your favorite moment from season 2?
Season 2 or 3? 3?
So season 2.
Oh, 2. Favorite moment? Oh, geez. What? I didn't have a lot of them. I don't. Oh God, what is my favorite? Did you watch the show? Because there wasn't a lot of good moments for me. Oh, a moment in general. Oh, you know, I really enjoyed Cabo. It was a stressful trip. Behind the scenes, what you don't know goes on. It's a lot of work, but the idea of being in Cabo and being there, it was really a lot of fun. We had some good times. It's a lot of work when we go on vacations.
They want to pack in as much footage as possible.
You know, and I wish, you know, and everything's a setup. And there's not enough cameras, and you got to remember, there's a lot of cast.
It's not like it's a setup situation. It's just that
no
like,
setup as far as like the cameras need to catch.
You're
every
walking in this room,
thing.
like, so we need to hold you outside while we set up and light this room, so we can catch your natural reaction to how awesome. I mean, this hotel is awesome. That would be something they would want to capture.
Yeah. Our group too is every cast member, every person on the show, all our friends, we all have different personalities, and a fire could go off in 2 seconds. Like, they could be fighting about something, and 5 minutes later they'll be fighting about something. Then they'll be best friends, and then they'll be fighting about something. And they get so scared about missing something. They're always like, don't talk to each other, don't look at each other, don't text each other. They get so angry. And even though we're not filming now, stuff's still going on. Like, people are like, even though we're not filming,
things are still happening.
Yeah, you know, and they're like, what's going on? And they have to keep in the knowledge, like, and they're like, oh man, we're missing this and we're missing this, because this is our real life.
I'll tell you my favorite. I have a few favorite moments of season 2. one of them for sure would have to be when we took that bike ride. Just the fact that they caught us doing that, because that's something that we do, and that me and him and Schwartz would do all, like when we lived together, and then the whole like Sheena dance, and then as well as on the lost footage episode when me and Schwartz went to the tanning bed and like when we pulled up on, like when we were getting our passport pictures taken, I like skidded to the stop and like rang the bell. Like, to me, like, I love when they capture really funny stuff, you know, or we're walking and I'm like, nice ass, Sagittarius, you know, like just stupid things like that that are funny. And to me, that's one of the things that I really like about our show, is that there's really funny moments that you can, you know, we can have that humor that comes with long-term friendships, you know.
There's some funny moments this season.
I also, yeah.
Funny things, fun to do out of our element, things that we were just,
just stupidity, you know.
You know, I think people like that,
and I think they relate to it, because everybody has those dumb, like, you do these stupid things with your friends that are just hilarious, and you laugh about it for days. And I feel like they relate to us because we have those moments, and people kind of relate to it. But also, too, I really liked the reunion because I felt like I didn't have a chance to really tell my side of the story, or to really sort of, confront people throughout the season, and that was kind of my moment to really let loose.
Cool. So what can we expect from season
Same amount of drama.
Yeah, I mean,
right off the get-go.
Yeah.
I mean, day one, in the first 5 minutes.
There's some, you know, highs and lows for sure. It's going to kind of pick up where it left off.
It does. And I mean, it surprises us, the stuff that happens. I mean, I'm just like...
Because we go and do these interviews, or these behind the scenes, our confessionals and stuff, and we're talking about things that happened, and we're just like, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot that happened, oh my gosh.
Yeah, you know, and then there'll be the moment where I'm like, I fucking hate this person right now, but then we'll talk about it, like, yeah, we got over it, and I gotta get back and like, oh, I remember that, and the moment's passed, you know, because everything changes so fast. It really...
Faster than cameras can even keep up.
I mean, we've all been like, I hate you so much, I'm never going to speak to you again, and 2 days later we're on that beers. So, like, same thing with the girls. It's just, it changes so fast. And, I mean, right out the gate this season, you're going to see stuff right on.
Yeah, it's going to be a very intense, season. You know, we're still very honest as to who we are and, you know, in our situation. So, you know, we appreciate the viewers, you know, tuning in to see our lives, and so we thank them by just continuing to open up and be true and give them what they want, which isn't always fun, but, you know, I don't have any regrets.
Lots of man tears.
Some man tears.
Huge meltdowns.
Cool.
Is that it?
Yeah. Thanks
okay.
so much.
My pleasure.